really a terrific basketball game. I thought Fordham was very well prepared. I thought Coach McCord did a great job having his kids ready to play. I thought they came out with great energy and was very well prepared. I thought our team really showed great poise, showed their experience by not getting rattled, not getting 2 down or 2 up. We got back to our defensive mindset, started getting stops, got some easy baskets in transition. And anytime you have this young man to my right on the court, your team got a good chance to win. I thought he made some really good plays off the basketball from a leadership standpoint and keeping his team calm, as did Rashawn and AP. But just a really good win because I started, the last 3 games, we lost to Pitt, I started to see the old Manhattan team and our ways start to come back, which is what I planned on as we got healthy and guys came around. So I'm very happy for these guys. They're very lucky because they can now actually see Christmas. And I have to check the number, but something like 70-something% of teams that get a double-digit lead in the first 4 minutes actually lose the game.
Really?
Yes, and don't quote me on the 70%, but it's some number that's ridiculous. And we charted at Louisville a couple of years ago. And I told our guys, give Fordham credit, they came out, they were ready, we didn't attack their zone well. I thought we were a little tentative, but we kept our poise. And I think that's a credit to Emmy, AP, and Rashawn, our seniors. We never got rattled, we didn't get 2 up, we didn't panic. I was panicking. But they weren't, so they kept me calm, and we got our rhythm going, and just kind of got back to doing what we do. And I thought they handled it well, just chip away, go 2 by 2. And then we reflected back to the St. John's game. St. John's, I think, was down 19-13 with 11:20 to go in the first. And so we knew we could get a run on them if we got to our style, we got to our bench, and I thought we did that.
It seemed like one of the ways you're able to make that comeback is by finally getting into the press. When you guys were missing shots, weren't able to get into it. How much does it help to be able to play that defense versus just kind of scrambling?
I think we're a decent team when we're not pressing. I think we're a borderline nightmare when we're in our press. And not so much that we're going to have our way, but we're just not going to let you do what you practice. And we're going to force your guys to make plays. So the press for us is really critical. I thought we did a good job early of not fouling a lot in the first half. We didn't do as well in the second half. But us being able to set up our pressure and dictate what we want and you not be able to do what you practice is what our program is based upon. We don't want your A or your B to beat us. Your C or D has to. And when we do that, we can be successful.
Steve, you mentioned before the Oregon State game you were approaching this weekend, like the Niagara Canisius
yeah.
You have coming up 2-0 after this one. How much of a boost does that give you going into that play?
I hope Rich will not let us go to Buffalo. Just give us the 2 wins. No one's going to run there. Try to talk to me if this is a Christmas game. I think it helps us from a confidence standpoint, and it really helps me because it helped me figure out the team from a rotation standpoint. We had, I believe, 8 guys or 9 guys double-figure minutes tonight, so I get a good feel. What we are. And Jermaine still isn't here. In fairness to him, he's still trying to figure out the system. I got to get him more minutes and more looks. But this is exactly what the Buffalo weekend is, and that's how we approach them coming in. And we try to simulate our non-conference schedule with league play, so we have those situations. So when it comes across in conference, we're ready for it. I thought these guys did a great job handling the weekend, resting their body, staying hydrated, getting treatment, and just kind of keeping their eye on the target.
Towards the end of the first half, you went down. It looked like you were in pain. Take me through what you were feeling, what you were thinking, and how you felt in the second half.
First, I'm gonna say what Kobe wanted me to say. He wanted me to fake it. I was faking it because I turned it over.
Yeah, that's what he does. But anytime it's a turnover, it's a fake.
Nah, but
I'm just kidding.
It was just a minor sprain. I've been going through it a lot. It always happens. I'm used to it. But
never happens on a 3-point play.
Yeah. I couldn't leave my team out there. I feel like I needed to be out there. They need me, I need them. So I had to just fight this little pain.
This kid is what college basketball is all about. This kid right here. What he's been through, the way he handles himself. We get 13 and this is the coach's dream. this kid is what I'm all about.
One teach clock management skills. I still see that even the pros sometimes they shake my head. So
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's something you have to work on. You got to pick your spots a little bit of when you're gambling. Your rotations when you have a lead. Human nature is to relax a little bit, and it's very important. So we try to play the game in 4-minute wars in the last second half. Anytime we have a lead, we chart the wars every 4 minutes, and it's something. And we lost 2 of the wars. You don't want that to happen. Then you foul. Then it stops the clock. Takes more than anything, it takes your momentum away, and now your flow of the game is gone. That's what fouling does. It takes away your hustle, your endurance, your conditioning. They rest, and now they're getting points while the clock isn't moving. So it's definitely something we're trying to work on and get better at. You know, and what you can't have is then empty possessions. You know, we missed some, so I thought some critical free throws. We only shot 64 from the line tonight, where we had a couple of empty possessions. We came down on 1 for 2s. They had a 3-point play. That's how teams get back in the game. To give Fordham credit, they didn't go away. You know, they battled all night for Fordham. I thought Tom made a phenomenal adjustment going small in the second half and extended our zone a little bit.
For you guys, what was it like to play this game in this environment as opposed to in one of the Bronx sites?
I'm taking nothing away from the night we played. I think this was originally supposed to be a Saturday night game or Sunday night game. I can't remember. I loved it here. I thought it was great. It's really, I'll go play at the Rucker. It doesn't matter to me. It's really, the venue's more about the fans and the alumni, what they like. I don't care where we play. What I wanted to do is get more brand recognition for this rivalry. I think it's one of the best rivalries in college basketball. I really do. You know, it has so much history and tradition. We got to make it bigger than just the Bronx. So it's kind of perfect that Manhattan College isn't in Manhattan and the Battle of the Bronx is in Brooklyn. So kind of
Good point.